real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Lindsay Helmbright was a juvenile delinquent who frequently ran away from home. Lindsay eventually got her GED and started dating the defendant, but they broke up due to the stress of a custody battle the defendant was going through. Lindsay's suing her ex for car repairs, a TV, and rent. Defendant David Barone admits he was going through some stressful times while dating Lindsay, especially after he discovered that his ex had cheated on him with his best friend. David does not feel responsible for damaging Lindsay's property.
All right, start with you.
Well, first of all, Your Honor, I want to say that I respect you a lot. I myself was a juvenile delinquent, and I understand how difficult it is to turn your life around, and I just think you're an inspiration for people like myself.
Tell me about your life so you can inspire some others.
I was a runaway. My mother was a single mother. She was a very young single mother. She had me when she was 19, and we just didn't understand each other, so... Yeah,
you ran away?
Yeah, I ran away.
Did you ever go back and get a high school diploma or a GED?
When I was 18, I got my GED. I'm currently enrolled in college right now.
Good.
I'm employed full-time. I'm a single mother. I'm trying. I'm nowhere near your level, but I'm certainly trying.
Yes, you are. You've overcome your obstacles. That's all I've done, really. A couple of days in school, and you went a couple of days in school. You're just a little behind me in school.
A little bit.
That's all. All right. When did you and your ex-boyfriend get together, and what was that like?
Well, we met online on MySpace in 2005. We connected, and things were good. We met online. We met like in person in 2006, and it just didn't work out. So we separated, and then we reconnected again in 2009. I was pregnant at the time. He had a son. We had similar interests because he had an ex that was a drug addict, and I was actually kicked out of my place.
All right. Then the two of you resumed your relationship. When did it end?
It ended in August of 2012.
Why?
We just have been through so much stress, and he just, like the person I met online in 2005 is just totally
What type
different.
of stress?
His ex. It was a pretty long, like she was pretty crazy. Like she would call millions of times a day. She would show up at our house randomly, you know, trying to
take any action against it? Charge her with stalking or go out and get a restraining order? Did you ever suggest it?
Well, the lawyer that we had actually wanted me to not even interfere.
I know, but you can suggest it. How you gonna tell you not to talk to your man? He just wanted you to talk to him so he can run them hours up. The more he talk to the lawyer, the more money the lawyer get. You give him some ideas, that might cut the lawyer's money.
Plaintiff Lindsay Helmbright is suing her ex-boyfriend, who admits that while dating Lindsay, he discovered his ex had cheated on him with his best friend, and he was extremely distraught.
Go ahead, you tell me about your relationship, sir.
As Lindsay stated, you know, we went through a lot of hard times together, and you know, things did change over the course of time. Like, you know, from the time we first started talking to the time that, you know, everything ended. I had two of my best friends betray me, moved across country and back, and you know, it was a lot that's happened from, you know, when we first lost touch to when we reconnected, and it's, you know, that would change probably anyone. But
what part?
You know, the breach in trust. My one friend cheated on my ex. You know, they cheated on me together.
While you were with your girlfriend?
Yes, when I was with my ex, my best friend, you know, my ex cheated on me with my best friend.
What did the other friend do?
We were all living together, and I thought everything was fine. Then the next day he moved out, told his family a bunch of lies about me, and just we haven't talked ever since.
All right. Okay. $1,176 for car repairs, TV, and rent. How does he owe you for that?
Well, he didn't have a car, so I let him use my car.
When?
Just throughout the entire relationship.
Okay.
So he was using it to go to work. It was after, you know, garbage day, and I don't know what he was doing, but he obviously didn't check where the garbage cans were and just backed into the garbage can, completely tearing off my mirror.
You have an estimate?
Yes, I do. Actually, I got it repaired, and he said he'd reimburse me.
Okay,
And
thank you.
there's I subtracted $41 because
Okay.
I had some other work done.
All right, what else?
The TV, in June, he had a part-time job watching some children, and our kids have a baseball bat, and for whatever reason, he thought it was a good idea to let kids play with a baseball bat in the house, and one of the children he was watching just totally bam-bammed on my TV and busted it.
It wasn't just, it was a foam baseball bat. That's why I was letting him play with it, because I didn't think it'd do any harm.
You know, Mom always said,
Obviously
don't play
it did.
ball in the house, you know? It's like,
You have an estimate? You have an estimate for that?
I don't have an estimate, but it's just cheaper to replace it. It's a modest TV.
And your rent, how does he owe you for that?
Well, like I said, I was the main breadwinner, so, you know, he just worked part-time.
What was the agreement on rent?
Oh, he just had a new job, and he didn't have the money to pay the August rent when I was moving out. So it's like, I'll just cover it for you. Pay me back when you get your school money, because he was
Did
getting
he
school
agree?
money. Yes.
How much?
It was $550.
All right, he agreed to give you $550
Yes.
from his school money
Yeah, and I have
for
it.
the rent he owed. Sir, what do you want to tell me?
As far as the car mirror goes, it happened when I was heading to work the one night. The garbage cans were placed at the end of the driveway, which they never had been placed there before, and that's not the proper spot to do it.
Sounds like negligent
By the
garbage
garbage cans, right. Tell sue the garbage cans, huh?
Yeah, it's a good point. You know,
Did you bother to look back?
I did a quick glance back.
And you couldn't see?
I didn't see them at first, no, because it was
Pardon
dark. I didn't see them, no, because it was nighttime. Because I work nights, you know.
Thank God it was only garbage cans. You have a duty to be able to see everything around you when you are driving an automobile.
Yes, sir.
And if you do not, and it results in damage to property or someone, you're liable. In this case, even though Doyle thinks so, and that's why I'm the judge, that's why I'm up here, the garbage cans are incapable of being negligent, despite what Doyle says to you. So it was you, and the garbage can did not contribute to your negligence. They were innocent bystanders.
And I
All right.
unfortunately
Next,
took them
Doyle's
out.
going to ask whether they had to go to the hospital.
Plaintiff Lindsay Helmbright is suing her ex-boyfriend, who admits that while dating Lindsay, he discovered his ex had cheated on him with his best friend, and he was extremely distraught.
What about the television?
Like Lindsay said, I had a part-time job watching some kids, and you know, they have a bunch of toys. It was shortly after.
How old?
Well, our boys are 4 and 2, and then I was watching 2 other kids that were also 2
The
years
one
old.
who did the damage.
2 years old. They just got a bunch of new toys. I don't remember who it was, but someone, you know, thought it was a good idea to give my son a foam baseball bat, and one of the kids picked it up, and when I wasn't paying attention, swung it at the TV.
Where were you? Yeah, when the 2-year-old was running amongst others. Where were you when the 2-year-old?
I was just in the kitchen around the corner.
Out of the room?
Yes.
Okay.
Like,
You think that's the proper place to be when a 2-year-old is walking around?
No, sir. But
Okay.
my apartment was, you know, it's pretty kid-friendly. I mean, nothing except for
Nothing what?
Baseball bats.
they, you know, they do need proper supervision at all times.
You
but,
don't
like,
say.
What I mean is, like, you know, it had all like the proper safety equipment. Like I had the gates up, I had the sockets covered, and
So
it
you
was a good
couldn't
thing.
even get to the babies because you had it gated off.
I step over the gate.
All right, so you're liable for anything that happens under your supervision, particularly for children of that age. That's negligent supervision, so you're liable there too. Rent.
Well, she moved out, but she wasn't planning to move out till the end of the month. And a week into that month, after she paid rent, her landlord said that the place is ready early and you can move in early. So she decided to, even though she paid for the full month, and instead of staying the full month, she decided to move out early.
We're talking about you.
I know. I did agree to pay her the rent.
Very good. That's all I wanted to know. $1,176. His
Your
last
Honor.
statement regarding the rent was, I did agree to pay for the rent. I did inform him that he was negligent on both counts, even though he may not have known. Now, he got a good lesson the hard way. Nonetheless, judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day, folks.
Thank you.
I'm just glad, we got everything situated, everything taken care of, we can move forward.
You have no passion. Your life is going to pass you by, and one day you're going to look back like, I played video games my whole life.